You know,
All
Travis,
right.
Derek has a point. Derek has a point.
We've got shots fired in the comments already, folks.
We do. By the one who quit.
By the one that quit. Apparently, he's working right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's working real
He's
hard.
got
Top 20
Twitter
on his
fingers
fucking
right
computer.
now for
Yeah, he's
working.
probably got he's got Twitch loaded up. He's got us. He's got everything. And watching
Yeah,
Jeff
he's.
Gordon highlights, living in the past. Because Kyle
Yeah.
Busch never get another win.
Hey, we're a couple minutes late, but we got this thing rolling nonetheless, and we're here to talk the weekend that was at Daytona, and obviously some Atlanta picks and previews. So Bailey, how you doing tonight, bud?
Tired of shit, man. I literally just got off work, got home. I got ready for this. I haven't even ate dinner yet, so like I'm ready to get some talking out. Like having to brew it up. I mean, it's been a couple days, so I did forget a little bit about the race, but trying to remember. But what about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been able to been home since this afternoon. Was able to get some iRacing in this afternoon. That didn't go as planned, but hey, on to the next week. But yeah,
Where's it at next week?
I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe Homestead or Phoenix.
Why wouldn't it go to Atlanta? Why does it not follow the schedule?
Well, it is. It was Atlanta this week, so I don't know
Oh,
where we're at
oh yeah, because it was Daytona,
next.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think
here
it's
I'll tell
Homestead.
you.
I think it's Homestead. I'm pretty sure Homestead's next.
Circuit of the Americas,
Yeah, it is because Zilch is running.
Coda.
Because that's
So
that's the first Red Bull scheme.
yeah, so Coda. So interesting. That they moved. Like, I moved Coda up. So yeah, but so we'll move on to Coda in a couple weeks or next week. But
I bought the Gen 4 Arca car yesterday, and it's at
nice.
Circuit Navara, whatever that is. Dude, those Gen 4 Cup cars are fucking impossible in the
Oh
corners.
yeah,
You cannot give those things any gas. You have to
no
be like
gas.
fucking 15% throttle,
Don't
and then
break the
finally,
bank.
once you get on the straightaway, you can go all the way down. But then as soon as you get into a corner, like I don't know when to downshift. Those cars
Yeah,
are impossible to drive. I feel like.
yeah. It's been a minute since I've driven one, especially downshifted or anything like that. So
Go run the if you can do the ARCA series. Go run the
yeah,
ARCA series because it's at the Circuit Navarro, and it is the hardest shit I've done.
I'll try to check it out.
Yeah.
Um, it sounds like a good time. But yeah, nonetheless, you said it'd be hard to remember. It's been almost a week. I guess it has been a week since the duels or since qualifying and the duels, but we'll try to recall everything and flashback, and we'll try to help each other remember everything. And maybe anybody that's watching can help us out in the comments.
I was 1 for 2 on my picks though, because I got the first one wrong because I said Barry, but Barry got fucked and lost the draft like 3 times every time you get up front. We led laps though, so the car did look good. But Cindric I said was right, and I said in the podcast LaJoy was gonna make it in, and I said that car had speed, and even on Sunday that motherfucker has some speed.
They were
So
fast.
I'm
They were
pretty I'm
definitely
pretty proud about the
fast.
duels. I mean the duels I didn't expect Bubba to get a win. I will say that. Pole
Yeah.
sitter was fucking cheating. I know that. Jesus Christ, this guy. Bubba, he looked damn good. So I was glad he got one. I'm pretty sure he got caught up on Sunday in an accident. So took him
Yeah,
out
he
of
got
contention.
caught up late. They had a good piece though.
Hmm.
Um, but no, like you said, it was kind of funny. Bubba had won the duel, but it was very overshadowed by the fact that Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s team and Justin Allgaier were able to lock themselves in.
That was a
That
good
was
battle.
that was definitely the storyline to come out of Thursday's duels. I felt like was them locking themselves in and how good of a
Justin looked
story
like
that
a
was.
rookie though. He was making too many moves at one time. I don't know if you were like watching like that. If you were watching that battle in the back when the last few laps, but he was making way too many moves. He was making the 3 wide with no one following him. He was just going up down the track and he had no draft. And
Yeah,
JJ was just pulling away because Justin was just fucking bobbing and weaving up and down the track. And
yeah,
I was like, man, JJ Ailey's gonna get in the fucking 500, and Justin's gonna get screwed out.
he
But then
almost
finally,
did.
that third line started working a little bit. There's like 4 cars in it, and Justin
Yep,
barely even edge passed, and I loved it. I loved it.
it
And
was
Jimmy got in.
perfect. Jimmy got
Legacy
locked
looked
in.
good. Legacy looked good. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
and
lie.
Jimmy finished third on Sunday, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I was gonna wear my Jimmy pitch shirt today. I thought about it, and I was like, man, I hate Jimmy though.
I'm not a Jimmy hater, but he's definitely, I feel like, looking like a bum of lately. So it's
I
definitely
like
good to see
older
him have
Jimmy.
a good run.
I like
Yeah,
older Jimmy. I don't like young
core
Jimmy.
core Jimmy is perfect.
Well, because I bought the pitch shirt whenever they were running the Le Mans, and Jimmy was driving it. I was like, man, I got a rep. And then the only one I could get was the Carvana pitch shirt, and I was like, fuck it, I'll buy it. Why not? And then
Yeah.
I have a legacy hat from where Noah was running. And I like Carson whenever he was running the 42 because me and Cooper, we were all in on Carson as soon as Noah got kicked out. And so I have a couple legacy pieces, but besides that, I can give two shits. I might cheer on Eric Jones for my buddy every now and then, but me and Cooper have this ongoing joke of weekly scheduled JHN wreck because we know he's come because every fucking weekend he wrecks.
Yeah.
So it's just we'll text each other if we're not watching the race together, be like scheduled wreck.
Scheduled wrecking coming. No, definitely excited to see Jimmy Johnson have a good run there. Lock in on speed, I guess, on Wednesday, qualifying in, and then even on Sunday, having a good run and finishing the deal. It seemed like he could never get a good finish in the next gen, and so finally gets a decent finish in one of these things.
Well, they're finally working with the team, so they're like them and JGR are actually partnered together. Like it was
Oh, are
always said,
they?
they were partnered together, but now apparently they're getting tier 1 equipment because everyone would argue, are they getting tier 1 or are they getting tier 2? Obviously, last year they were getting tier 2. I mean, there is no fucking doubt because the way those cars ran last year
I don't
was
think there's any
quite
tier 1 or tier 2. It's all the same next gen pieces. I think it's
eh,
about how you assemble them and what kind
eh.
of information you're getting.
I'd say that too. I feel like that's what I'm kind of meaning, not really like
I mean,
back in the day,
definitely,
like tier 1, tier 2.
and yeah, so definitely what information you're getting and what
Yeah.
direction you need to be headed. Which
Talk about like Wood
JGR,
Brothers and Penske, like kind of like that, where you have Penske running up front all the fucking time, and you have Wood Brothers a back marker.
yeah,
So I feel like
because
that was like
it's
the legacy, like they're just. I wouldn't say they're starting out because they have the shop, they have the equipment, they have the team, but they've consistently been shit. I mean, even Petty.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to pay for the information. So I don't know. It's interesting. Obviously, Maury Gallagher got out of it, but they still have, I guess, plenty of investors. Um,
Mhm.
So yeah, obviously they've turned the page, and I feel like at least had some speed in their cars at the super speedway.
I mean, Eric should have won that second duel though. I'm not gonna lie. He should
Yeah,
have. That's bullshit where they call it. I get it. I get it. If there's a caution, it's unsafe on track. But when the whole entire back of the fucking field wrecks, and you have two people battling out for a last second finish, why the fuck? Just let them pass the start finish,
yeah,
and then throw it. Because at that
yeah,
point, I mean, throwing a caution is not going to do anything because they're already fucking wrecking.
yeah.
I
I just
get it.
don't
I get it.
understand
I get it.
how.
If you have turn 3, but like when you're right there by the start and finish, you're going to throw it like that. That's. I mean, come on.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is how is Thursday a caution and Sunday not a caution?
That's the thing. That's the
Like
thing.
we just want consistency.
And
That's all we
they
want.
make Cindric pull up to the start finish to get no flag because Eric already got the flag. So Cindric pulls up like,
Yeah,
"The fuck am I doing here?"
yeah,
It's just shit like that. It doesn't make sense. I love like what Atlanta was last year or whenever. What was it? Byron and Reddick were battling for that last playoff spot. Was it Byron and Reddick or Byron and Bell? Byron and Bell. Because remember we had that whole like 15-minute segment of like who finished, like shit like that. That's what I want. Because then
yeah,
it makes you nervous. You're like, oh shit, who the fuck won? Or like who's getting in the playoffs? Because remember sitting there for like 15 minutes last season. I think it was for a position in the Final Four before Phoenix. Because it was that last second finish at Martinsville, I think, and it
mm-hmm.
was a matter of because Bell hit the wall.
Yeah,
And it was that whole thing where Bubba was blocking whatever and going slow on purpose. And I remember sitting there seeing that, and I was like nervous. I was like, I don't want Byron in this shit. I don't like Bell, but I don't want Byron in this. And it just adds that fact of like for Eric Jones fans and Cindric fans, which one of my shitters won?
yeah. Well, then Travis brings up a good point right here. He says NASCAR heard the criticism before Sunday and held it to make held it that time to be like, here, fuck, this is what you wanted.
This
And
ain't
I
the
mean,
first
I hear
time.
that. Exactly. This is like the first
Yeah,
time they've done it. It's like, damn, we've been asking for this. I feel like so. It's like, and I get sometimes it's gonna be a balls and strikes call on like when we gotta call it and stuff. But I don't understand how Sunday is not a caution and Thursday was. I just don't understand the discrepancy there. Other than the fact that like Travis brings up that everybody said that we wouldn't get a green finish at Daytona all week, the
yep.
drivers included. So
It sucks because my buddy, I actually want to have him on here a couple times. His name's Stretch. Travis knows him, but I want to have him on here. But he's a big Eric Jones fan, and he called me ecstatic after Eric won. Like, I mean, as soon as they passed start finish, he called me, and I was happy for him. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, Eric!" Because hell, he ain't seen a fucking Eric win in a minute. But what was his last win? 22 Darlington.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah.
Nitrogen
Um,
Darlington. Yep.
yeah, that was that. And I was like, hell yeah, man, you probably got to see a win. And then while we're on FaceTime, I'm like, wait, hold on. And they started reviewing it, and he was fucking screaming on his phone, just screaming. I was like, this poor guy. He had to sit there and do all that just to watch Austin Cindric win.
Yeah.
But
Hate it.
it's all about consistency, man. And just I feel like we get it some weeks and some weeks we don't.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing for. I mean, I know you watch F1, but rules in F1, like I mean the track limits violation, it's consistency with that too. And I feel like no matter what, these little minute things add up over time. It just piss fans off more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you.
But
And so, yeah, I mean, it was definitely aggravating. I was waiting on for the caution on Sunday, but never came. I mean, it didn't really impact the finish of it after the fact, but
oh yeah,
nonetheless, it's just like we want the consistency of it.
exactly. Yeah, part of it, every car in the wreck drove away. That's the thing. I mean, you had a couple cars fucked. Like Cole Custer was fucked. I remember seeing that, and there's a couple other ones. But I mean, that was fucking cars and cars back. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
going to affect the leaders. I get it if it's going to be right there behind the leader. We're just going to take someone out if they hit the wall and come back down like Bell did on fucking. I want to say that for later. Actually, I should say that. But like instances where someone hits the wall and hits someone behind them or in front of them, um, I would understand that. But if it's all wrecking behind you, let the leaders battle it out. I mean, they're side by side, meters away from the finish. Like
Right. Like let it play out naturally.
it's
They
infuriating.
have plenty of time to slow down.
Mhm.
I feel like we used to have like a whatever overtime rule or whatever. I don't know, like an overtime line. I don't know if you remember that on the
Isn't that
backstretch. I
no?
can't remember exactly how it played out. Travis probably remembers it exactly. It was like if they made it to this point, like a start, like a line painted across the finish. It was like I don't know. It was like I don't know. Over. Like we should. I feel like we go back to that. If they make it to this line and then if they wreck after this, they race it back.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was something stupid. It was like overtime line. I think is what it was called. Travis will know. He'll comment on it here in a second. But yeah, I don't know. That's what we need to go to. Paint a line 3/4 of the way down the backstretch. If they wreck
Mhm.
after this line, we race back.
I'd be
If
down
they
for that.
wreck, if they wreck before this line, caution comes out, and I'm fine with it either way. But just give me a spot that says like, okay, here's where we're racing from. I mean, before we get into all the racing for the weekend, before we get into the trucks, I guess, kind of broke down the duels, I guess, but Travis already hinted at it. It says pole sitter was fucking cheating. I know that he's referring to the Bass Pro Shops number 19
You know all
of
about this. I didn't know anything until you fucking text me. So
of Chase Briscoe. I wouldn't say I know all about it. Obviously, I just know the headlines of they were messing with the spoiler, apparently, which is obviously a single sourced part of the next gen. Pretty much the entire thing is, but that is obviously a no area to work in or mess with. And they got busted for it. I can't even know. Don't have the exact penalty on hand here. I'll look it up.
it
But
was
they definitely had
$100,000, 100 points, 10 playoff points, and crew chief was ejected for 2 races.
yes, no 4 races.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it's definitely 4 races.
Fuck, that sucks. It's
Yeah.
JGR though. They got fucking dispensable crew chiefs
Yeah,
probably.
10 playoff points, and crew chief James Small suspended 4 races. Team also fined 100,000.
That's bad.
So
That shows how like even when he put in that lap when Priest is like, damn, he's fast. Because I mean, even I was thinking, I was like, holy fuck, that was a goddamn fast lap.
yeah,
I mean, that's almost impossible to put in a lap that fast in these cars at
yeah,
Daytona. Without the
it'd be
draft, I
interesting
mean,
to it'd be interesting to see or hear if anything like what they were doing comes out of it.
oh, I doubt it.
Um,
It's JGR. They keep
I
that
mean,
shit
who
under
knows
lock and key.
if they like I don't know leaning it back or whatever. But yeah, so but the 100-point penalty it basically puts them they're minus 67 after Daytona, and they're 89 points behind 16th.
I mean, a
So they're
DNF in
gonna
the heat,
have
and
to
then also
win.
a DNF in the Cup race. I mean, shit, that puts you down too.
It's not good. Not a
Hmm.
great start.
Because what he hit debris on the track during the heat and took out his whole entire front like grill area, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because then he took that out. That's why he pitted about like lap 30 and just out for the race. And then what was it Sunday? He got caught up in that wreck that Zane Smith caused, I think. Because I know that wreck took out 4 people. Because it was Denny barely missed it. Josh got taken out. Zane got
I
taken
thought
out.
he was around later than that.
Was it?
I thought
Yeah,
so, but maybe
yeah,
that was a little later. I
yeah. I
can't
think
remember.
no, because that was right after the rain delay stopped. That was by like lap 60. I think that happened like lap 60, 70.
I can't
Because it
remember
was it
exactly.
was the race, rain delay, going back, rain delay again. Then we raced.
Yeah.
I remember it happened right after that.
Yeah. Anyways, not a good start to the year for him. And then also you had what was it, Cody Ware? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cody Ware and Todd Gilliland busted for improper ballast mounting. It was not in the proper containers inside the car. So I believe that was 10 points each. Team docked 10 points. Yeah. So some teams already digging themselves a hole. Gonna have to win.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly the 19. I feel like is gonna have to win. Um, it's gonna be a
I ain't got him
tough.
winning the fucking race.
I think I still do, but
He left forward.
especially if
It's
they're
hard for me to
trying
like
stuff
him.
like this.
It's hard, man. He
Although
left forward.
now you're on NASCAR's watch list.
That's true.
Now you've already been called to the principal's office week 1,
Mm-hmm.
and they know you're messing with no parts. It's not gonna end well.
Man, it should be like 2014 when they used to bend the fenders out. To be able to fuck with shit like that. I remember watching 2014 Homestead race where you just look at this exact car with all these bent out.
Yeah,
I used to
I
love that
miss
shit. I would
those.
look at it, I was like, what the fuck? Why are they doing that? And then I watched a video on why it's banned, and I was like, oh shit, that checks out. That checks out. Because I didn't watch back then, of course, so like I had to learn all this information.
Yeah, the side skirts were designed to like flare out, and like they would go specifically on the racetrack a certain way, and like
Mhm.
come down them to like bow them out even more. It was cool. And then obviously you had the pit crew guys sometimes body slamming into the cars to dent the body, but it was fun.
Yep, yep.
And try to get away with it and not get caught on TV. It's definitely a good time. We're slowly getting a
Jimmy
few
Johnson
more
getting
viewers in
caught.
here. Slowly trickling
Hey,
in.
good shit. Good shit.
We're up to
Well, how
5.
about
Look
trucks
out.
though?
Yeah, trucks. What do you think about trucks? Were
You
you
know, I
watching
was
on
watching.
Friday?
I watched a little bit. Of course it was. Wait, that was Valentine's Day, right?
It was.
Yeah, that was Valentine's Day. So I remember me and my girlfriend went out for a little bit. But I watched, I think, stage 2 on. So I missed most of stage 1. I know Tony got in a little wreck, and then she got fucked later on in the race. And there was a big wreck that happened, took out a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
but you might know a little bit more about it than I would, because I was kind of driving home while I had it on, so it was more in my ear than visually watching it. So
No, I mean I didn't really watch it live. I did go back and check the highlights. I mean, the biggest storyline I think of that race um, was obviously some
the
big
finish.
wrecks, and then yeah, obviously the controversial finish of Parker Kligerman was the first to cross the finish line, and then was later disqualified for being too low. They have a ride height rule in the truck series, so he was too low on
Mhm.
post race inspection, and the team obviously is appealing that. Um, Hate it for
Do you know
Parker.
what came from that?
I guess
Because
before
that
we get
appeal was
into
supposed to be yesterday.
um,
Oh, it's heard on Thursday, is what Bob said. Parker
okay,
Kligerman will have his appeal to DQ heard Thursday.
thank you.
Okay.
Um, anyway, so yeah, appeal is coming. But yeah, obviously that gave the win immediately to Corey Heim in the moment, but obviously that took a little while. So yeah, it's definitely that was the conversation and topic to come out of the truck race on Friday night. Um, yeah, Travis says he hates it for people that had money on Parker like himself. I feel for that. I mean,
Actually, I'm sorry, speaking of that side skirt thing, I just thought about it. I remember going to North Wilkesboro for the late model race with Travis when we went to go watch Harvick run. And there's a video of a kid that was walking up to the side of Harvick's car and he put his foot under his side skirt and was bending
oh
it
yeah,
out. I
yeah, I
swear to
remember
God,
that.
I just now thought of that. I just now thought of that. And I was like, fuck, they're still doing that.
Yep.
But
I
sorry,
remember that.
but about money, Travis
That
had
was
on Parker.
Landon Lewis that did that.
Was
He's
it?
also a driver. Yeah, I'm
He
pretty
just
sure.
he just got re-signed today.
Okay,
He
hell
just
yeah.
got re-signed to KHI, so I saw that earlier.
He's a soldier. He's a
he
ride or die soldier.
yep he really helped out Harvick to finish like what P fucking 15 like we did that race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, but yeah, RIP to Travis's money. I hate it for that. I mean, he had the guy that won. I mean, especially after that, it was an incredible finish in the truck race.
Oh God,
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, one of the better truck races I've seen at Daytona. Um, they didn't tear up a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously you're gonna
Oh,
have some big wrecks, but nobody. If you go back and watch the ARCA race, that was a horrendous. It was not worth
I
watching.
heard. Do you know what happened to
It was
Cletus? I heard about what happened. But I didn't see it. Or Cletus.
yeah, yeah. He pretty much got taken out. That's just ARCA series. ARCA series gonna ARCA series. But I hate it for the money. I mean, I know some books would have paid out on it. They pay out on who crosses the line first. They pay out on, I guess, unofficial results, as Travis called it, versus the official results, which his book paid out on. So he thought it was good money. Ended up being bad money. But he was on the flip side. Karma finally got up to him because he was on the flip side of that 2 years ago when Chase ended up getting that Pocono win from Denny after they had the Gibbs tape on the nose. So,
Man, I felt bad for Parker because we had to watch his heart break in the Rumble
oh
just to
my
watch another heart
gosh,
break for him.
I
So that
know.
really, I don't know what's worse. This one, I feel like this one doesn't hurt as bad as the Roval because him knowing it was his last season and like getting that last win right before the season ends. I feel
Yeah,
like that
that
was
too.
yeah his last full time season. Like I know a truck win would have been good at the
I mean,
500, but like
they're both heartbreaking. Like obviously
oh god yeah.
he drove to the win at the Roval, or should have drove to the win. And then obviously he did finish the race first here, and then thinks he wins, does the burnout and all, and then it's ripped away. It's like, oh my gosh, which is worse? I don't know. We'd have to ask him.
I feel
Um,
like the Roval because that one you can tell it really fucking hurt him. But like this one, you can tell it sucked. He was like, well, fuck, man. Because that's
yeah.
something that's out of his control, and like the other one was too. But I feel like
Well,
the
also,
Roval
I
was
mean, we saw
bullshit.
the emotions in the moment of the Roval versus this one, right?
That is
Like
true.
they didn't interview him directly after. I don't think,
Yeah, because
right?
I remember they because the about the truck series they did it on Saturday, and he was doing the commentating. And he was like, "Yeah, it kind of sucks, we're gonna go appeal it on Tuesday, but
Yeah, he's definitely I'm sorry, he was in the booth. He's definitely got to put on that face and play the role of
that's
like,
true.
oh, it sucks.
I
We'll
feel
get
bad
him.
for him though. It
We'll get
sucks.
him. No, I do hate it for him. He's a great guy. Deserves a full time ride. It stinks that he's not, but he's obviously a great analyst, and love that for him. And yeah, so hate it for Parker. Hate it for anybody that had money on Parker that didn't win. Shout out if you did win money on Parker. That'd be awesome. Um,
Cooper was ecstatic because he's a little Corey Haim fanboy.
hell yeah,
But
time.
I mean, I don't mind Corey. It's just like one of those things. Like I told him, I was like, that's like me going out and just saying I'm a Larson fan. I was like,
Yeah,
I can't. Like I was like, I don't mind Corey Haim, but you won't see me like going, repping that shit. Um. Oh wait, what did Travis say? Dog, I was on the John for like an hour after the race, and Coop texted me rip. That's how I found out. um. But like I like Tricon. Tricon has a damn good team. I like everything they're doing. I love their branding. I love the drivers they have in the lineup. But I don't know. I just can't.
yeah, I'm
I
with you.
can't do it. I mean, Tanner Gray would be the one. I feel like if I had to
I
pick
hear
one,
you.
I feel like I would rep Tanner Gray if anything. But I got Raja. I like Spire. I like what they're doing with their team. Spire's on the come up, and I love to see it. Uh, they're doing everything right from truck to Cup Series. I mean, they just look like a damn good team, and they look like they can be a series contender in a few years. Um, Carson gets his head out of his ass. It could be better. Justin Haley just stops fucking up, pretty much, because he's done it 2 weeks back to back, getting fucked up and caught some shit that he shouldn't be caught in.
Yeah,
Uh, Michael McDowell's just there. I don't expect him to show up on a road course or a super speedway, so anything besides that. But it's hard not to like Spire to me, especially with that what is it, the '07 truck they have now that they're doing with all the special drivers like Kyle Busch is running this weekend, I think.
yep.
Yeah.
That and I think they have the 7, right? The 7 and the
I think
07.
I think McDowell's running too. I
Well,
think it's Kyle
McDowell
Busch and
ran.
McDowell.
So yeah, I'd have to look at an entry list.
I'm pretty sure it's McDowell and Kyle Busch running. Because
Okay.
I know Kyle is because Cooper came and told me. And I was like, oh shit, really?
Hell
Here,
yeah.
I'm going to go find Bob Puckers on this shit.
I
The
got it right
source
here.
on news.
Kyle Busch in the 7. Michael McDowell 07.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they got 2 trucks now. They're getting the. Well, I guess 3 trucks, 4 trucks, 77. They have 4 trucks now. Damn.
See, exactly. Like Spire, like, I mean, them in front row, they're just
They
pulling
got
money
that
out of their ass.
KBM money.
Yeah, Spire in front row is pulling money out of their ass at this point. Like, I don't know where they're getting all this from.
Yeah,
And it's crazy.
I hear you.
But, I mean, front row fielding a new truck, too. I mean, didn't they only have one?
Yes.
They brought the 38 in just for that bonehead, Chandler Smith.
Hey,
So,
if the check clears, bro.
I bet he. I don't know. I don't mind Chandler Smith, but man, I kind of fell for him last season. I'm not gonna lie. I did feel for him a little bit because he was like, I just want to race, but I get it because
Yeah,
like
I mean, he didn't
you
look
did
very
switch
smart
teams
on
like 3
Thursday.
times. To be fair, I mean you switched from what? You were in a Chevy, then you went to JGR. Or sorry, you were in Ford front row, and then you went to a Chevy. I forgot what team you was with, and then you went to JGR. Get booted from JGR for fucking the 54 car. Am I wrong? Because they took away the 81 and brought back the 54.
Yeah.
And then now you're back in front row where you started, just to prove yourself again.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you got money, you got money.
But on the positive side, God is back this weekend, but he's not in the God car. Eric is announced for 9 races starting in fucking Atlanta. Oh my God. I'm
Starting
so
back
happy.
this weekend.
Eric Almirola, he's back this weekend. He's running the 19. He's running the Young Life car.
Shout out.
It went from a God car to Young Life. So I don't know how to feel about that, but
That's the same thing, isn't it?
kinda. It's like a Christian outreach group.
Yeah.
But
Well, speaking of Xfinity Series, did you watch Saturday's race at Daytona?
as much as I could, I tried to stay up as long as I could. Like I said, I was working 12. As soon as I got home, pretty much the race started. So I was fucking trying my hardest to keep my eyes open. But I did watch as much as I could. So I saw a lot. I saw what happened to Austin Hill. Kind of his team saying, "Sorry, bud, keep driving it, even though you smell some shit." That was pretty funny because I don't like Austin Hill. I enjoyed that. What else was good about that race?
I mean, I don't know. It was the RCR show.
Nicholas Sanchez too.
Yeah.
He looked good. I remember that 48 looked a little good. It's just something about that 48 on super speedways
Well,
too.
that's basically a RCR car as well.
Mhm. And Haas factory team. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean,
Which, I
Sheldon
mean,
Creed did not pull any bonehead moves.
No.
Mhm.
I mean, he's an experienced Xfinity driver, proven Xfinity Series driver. So
He is. I feel like he's learning a little bit more. He's learning what to do and what not to do. Feel like we've came a long way from his RCR days. You know, making a lot of stupid bonehead moves, driving on parts of the track you shouldn't be, going too high, going too low. I mean, really, that's what he would do because he would take the non-preferred line and then just fuck the other person that's in the lead.
yeah,
He'd get way too loose, and I feel like at this race we saw him make the right moves. He played with his teammate fair. That was a big thing too. I like so far the chemistry him and Sam Mayer have made together. It's hard for me not to like Haas because they're still my F1 team. So no matter what, I'm still always gonna say go Haas, but I'm not gonna rep. But I can see Sheldon Creed coming a long way. Sam Mayer too wasn't being a fuck, which is rare. Because I mean, Sam Mayer in that one car, he was quite the dipshit to me.
yep.
Chris Wrong plowing into fucking somebody on pit road and blaming his
Oh
spotter.
my gosh, dude, what a joke! That
But
was just crazy.
what else?
He's a weapon.
Oh, Dean Thompson.
Yep.
Finished really high in
Finished
that what
8th.
RSS car. I know Truex got fucked a little bit because there was that big accident that happened. He got fucked in that one. But I mean,
It's a Sam Hunt car.
same Hunt. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was thinking RSS green light, RS green light, whatever the fuck it is. but SHR looked all right. So I mean, Sieg, not Sieg. Why the fuck am I saying Sieg now? Truex, he was kind of riding back at the pack. I mean, wasn't the best. I mean, we saw him win. He won Daytona last year, right? Or was it Dega? He got a super. It was Daytona. It was
Who are you
the
talking
late
about?
Truex.
Ryan Truex?
Yeah, he got the late Daytona, right? Near the end of the season.
Did he?
He got a super speedway win. I don't
Then it
think it
must
was
have been
Dega.
Daytona.
It wasn't
Daytona
Dega.
or Talladega.
Yeah,
Then yeah, it would have been Daytona. I can't
but
remember.
I had Love and Mayer for top 3, made up for the Parker loss.
Dub
But yeah,
season.
I mean, I enjoyed the Xfinity race. Feel like it wasn't. I don't know. There's just something about it. Some races I like better with certain series. I feel like the highlight of the weekend was really the truck race. That one felt the best to me. When I go back and think about it, I mean, as much as I don't want a controversial finish, I feel like it was a lot cleaner. Like me and you were talking about earlier. We didn't see as much action. You just saw racing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what I enjoyed.
I
Not
can I
doubting the
can
Xfinity race, but
not yeah. The Xfinity race was typical crash fest, but yeah. I mean, like I said, I think overall the truck race might have been the best race, uh, with the least amount of wrecks for the weekend, which is crazy to say in my opinion.
when I
I
look
mean,
back at 2023 Phoenix, that's the last thing I think of. Because when I was there,
yeah,
it was
no
just
doubt,
crash fest. It was just
no
crash
doubt,
fest.
no doubt about it. I mean, hopefully you get guys like Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch running more races. It'll, show these guys like, look, you can't be racing like dipshits,
Hmm.
or these
I mean,
because
even Kyle
these
said
cup
that.
veterans, yeah, these cup veterans aren't going to put up with it.
Yeah, that's even what he said. He was like, "Man, I used to enjoy running. What was it last year? He was like, I used to enjoy running truck races, but now I feel like I can't even race clean.
Hmm.
Because when you do, you're just gonna get fucked no matter what. It's kind of like playing iRacing. It's gonna be clean until like the last 3 laps, and you're just gonna get beat the fuck out of. And it's a matter
Yep,
of holding your wheel steady.
yep. Hopefully, you make it through the wrecks.
Yep, yep. And that's the bad thing, because like, and these drivers too, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They are in the truck series, but they have experience. I know it's hard to see, turn your head. You're relying on someone else's voice to tell you where someone is. I get that, but they're driving like boneheads sometimes, and I just I feel like they're getting better at it. I feel like these drivers aren't causing as many. Um, I'm gonna say that now, and then Atlanta's gonna be a shit show. So,
Yeah, go ahead and
uh,
clip this one.
yeah, go ahead and clip this one. But Kyle Busch did win Atlanta last year, truck. He ran that '07 because he ran the fucking whatever 1001 scheme, the same one he's running this weekend, I think.
I thought he. Oh, okay. When did he run the real tree? What
He
race
ran the
was
real
that?
tree in Texas.
Okay, that was I like
Yeah,
that one. The real
yeah,
tree with the lime
dude,
green.
that
That was
that thing, that thing,
fresh.
that thing fucked. But he
Yeah.
ran that one in Texas. I remember that.
All right. Anything else from Xfinity before we can jump
Travis
into
said I'm
Cup?
gonna hop in for a couple minutes when you guys get to
Oh
cut.
shit. Okay. Well, we'll wrap up Xfinity. Give him a
Jesse
minute or
Love,
two to get in here.
good shit. I mean,
Yeah, the love machine.
Dalton Good's happy. Oh boy, he even got to meet Jesse Love today. He posted a little picture on Facebook with the car. So good shit
Shout
on him.
out. I
And he
got.
did help wrap that car, so he felt really good. He wrapped 5 cars for Daytona in all series. So he had his work cut out for him, but I know he really enjoys to get to see a win. That's his second Jesse. He's been to both of Jesse's wins now because Jesse won Talladega last year in that one where everyone ran out of fuel,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went last week. No, he didn't go last week. Well, he got the experience of the Jesse Love win because he wrapped that car. So he's wrapped both of Jesse's winning cars, and he's been to one. So good on him. It's good to see all that work he's putting in is really cutting out.
Hell
But
yeah! Shout out to Dalton.
I hate Austin Hill still. I'll never congratulate him on Austin Hill win. I'll appreciate a good ass kicking off from Austin Hill. Like I can appreciate Chase Elliott's ass kicking because I don't like Chase Elliott. But if you just go out there and you get the little lucky dog win, then you ain't getting no kudos from me.
Yes. All right.
Let's get old Travis in here.
Yeah, he's coming. He's hopping in right now. Here he is. We can talk Cup. It'd be good to have him in. We got boots on the ground.
What
Talk
up?
about. What's up, Travis?
Not
Working
much,
hard or
boys.
hardly working, bud?
I've actually been pretty busy. That's how I figure I could jump in for a couple minutes and say what's up. But y'all are fucking dumb.
Bunch
you
of
not in your
dummies
slack,
in here.
soldier?
Bunch of couple of stupids.
Why are you not in your slack, soldier?
I am.
I don't see the jacket.
Eddie's.
I have my jacket
Eddie's.
off.
Eddie's.
I'm in the office. We're allowed to have our jacket off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I do got a lot of shit to do, but I just wanted to hop in for a couple minutes while you guys were talking about Cup because I, I guess y'all are about to get to it, but like the main thing I wanted to say is like for everybody's mad about the race. It feels like there was a lot of like negative feedback about it. I didn't know how you guys felt about it, but like to me, and especially going to the races in person, I know Bailey's been to Dega a bunch like since they started the next gen, and like I'll take this how Sunday was with the 3 wide and the fuel saving. I know people get mad about the fuel saving, but like the alternative is when they get in the train and run single file for half the race, which they used to do in the old car. So it's like they're gonna
Even
log
did at
laps at
Talladega
some
last
point.
year.
Yeah, they're gonna log laps at some point in the race either way. Like it's always been that way. So like I don't really know what the like. I will take them running 3 wide over running in the single file train for half the race. That's just my opinion, but that's the main of the topics of the week. What I wanted to throw out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think everybody's kind of like, it is what it is with fuel saving at this point. I mean, NASCAR kind of negated it themselves with throwing that caution right in the fuel window. Um, so maybe they can just keep doing that to alleviate that anything fuel mileage wise. But I mean, I think I heard the most like grumblings about the fact that we can't get a green flag finish, and I mean, I guess we did technically get one this weekend, but if really we just talked about it, me and Bailey, that it probably should have been a caution. It was a caution on Thursday. You know what I mean? So the inconsistency of cautions at the end of these things, and then also just the drivers losing their mind and making crazy erratic moves
I
create
just I
massive
didn't mind
wrecks.
the race. It's just I wasted 7 hours of my time to watch Billy and Byron win. To get lucky 2 years in a row. That's mostly what bothered me about it. Cause it just fucking, oh my god, I don't want to watch a Hendrick win. I'll appreciate it. Like I said, I can appreciate an ass kicking, but I don't.
Well, you
Two
can
years
blame your
back to
boy
back.
Cole because Cole would
That's
have had
not
a
no
run. Cole no, because
Xfinity Cole, not Cup.
Cole had Byron because Briscoe jumped down to Denny to push Denny in the middle lane because and Briscoe said himself he was like I was just gonna push Denny and get a win for JGR. That's why Briscoe hopped down, which probably Briscoe him hopping down at that point was dumb anyway. But like if Cole stayed in line there, he probably gets to push from Byron and would have at least had a chance coming off 3, which I think is what Denny was pissed off about. But Cole just kind of went crazy there at that point trying to throw a block and push. I don't really know I guess he was trying to block Briscoe because he thought Briscoe was going to stuff in between him and Denny when Briscoe was just trying to get behind Denny. But
That's
either
the thing
way,
is like they think they're gonna make the winning block on the backstretch. All that does is create a huge wreck,
Yep.
and
Gotta
but
wait
he
till
would
3 or 4
have
at least.
but Cole would have had Byron coming behind him to push him.
that's what I'm
That's the
saying. If he
part.
would have just waited, that they could have built a run and had the run off of turn 4, and
Byron wouldn't have pushed
it
him.
would have. You have
Why
to.
not?
You have to.
Yeah.
The
Byron would
runs
not
are.
have pushed him. He would have caused
What are
some
you getting
fucking
out of
shit.
line? Nah.
I mean, Byron didn't really have a play there besides to push him.
That is true. That is true. I don't know. I just either way, I don't see it being clean. That's the whole thing.
And to me, it's
Fucking
like people are but it goes to show, and like that's part of what I love about Daytona 500 and super speedway racing and all this is like it's the biggest race we have, and people are gonna make crazy moves to try to win it, and I love that. Like I think that's what makes it fun, and like I hated it when it was Kyle that got taken out when it was Stenhouse and Logano. Granted, that was like 25 to go, not to win the race. So like I'm sure when you guys dive more into the whole race, you'll talk about that. But to me, that Stenhouse
Well, again,
Logano
it's
one in
like the
that
same
pissing
thing.
match.
Just
Yeah.
kind of making dumb moves when it didn't need to be made.
Yeah, it was like 25
I
to
mean,
go.
I
It
get
was
it.
like
I get whatever. Custer's was the last lap or whatever, but I think that's just not the right time to be making that move. If it, like I said, if that move is made off of turn 4 and you wreck the field, so be it. You know that's how we're gonna finish it. But You still
mean,
got a
25
mile.
to go, though, like,
You
I
still
don't.
got certainly 25 to go.
Yeah.
But on the backstretch, you still got a mile and a half to go.
But
But
like the whole like everybody's like, oh, it's a joke. Like the Daytona 500 is not prestigious anymore because they always wreck. Like that shit's for the birds. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Like like
the
it's
500 is still amazing.
we've always
500 will
gotten
always be the 500.
and people are like, oh, since like big names aren't winning it, which William Byron's a big name and he's won it 2 years in a row, but like it's not as prestigious. It's like that's kind of the charm of Daytona. It's like, we get upset winners in it.
Mhm.
It's like the March Madness of NASCAR basically when you go to super speedways.
I mean, honestly, you look at the last. I'm thinking at least of the last 5. I don't really see any of those guys as like fluky winners. I mean, McDowell's a damn good plate racer. I mean, I guess Austin Stenhouse,
Stenhouse.
good plate racer. I mean, he's erratic, but sometimes that's how you win these things.
Yeah.
Cindric.
Cindric's become a
Yeah.
damn good speedway
He
racer.
he wrecked his own
I mean,
goddamn
that's
teammate to win
a
that
good
race. So.
transition to how good Penske was all night. I mean, they were.
He wrecked his own
solid.
teammate to win that race. I don't count that.
Hey, I'm gonna hop
that's
off.
for a different podcast, Bailey.
I'm gonna hop off in a minute and let you guys talk about the race more. But I just wanted to say, like at the track, a couple things, good and bad.
Give us the at track experience feedback real
So,
quick.
so I got there like 7:30 on Sunday morning. Drove down, parked, and me and AJ hung out in the parking lot. Bailey knows AJ. He hosts Clean Air Show and Gamers Do Sports on here. So yeah, me and him hung out in the parking lot for a little bit, and so that was cool. We walked over to the track, and he went in and had the garage passes, and mainly the first thing I wanted to give a shout out to and good stuff, and like we've all been to races and we know this before. If you love nicotine pouches, like it was heaven
Todd
there.
Dillon hooked you up.
Oh my god, dude! So like Grizzly, I went to Grizzly and they were giving 5 cans for $5, and they gave you like a voucher for a free beer too. And then Zone, Zen, and On were all out there too. I didn't get On because I don't like
Oh,
On as
Zone's out
much.
there now.
But yeah,
Dude,
Zone's
they're
out
all
there.
out there now.
Yeah, there was 4 out there, and I got 3 of them. I got Grizzly, Zone, and Zen. Like I said, I don't really like On that much. They're not my favorites.
I don't
So
do shit.
I walked away with 11 cans for $11. And by the way, this one right here, they're not in stores yet. The Grizzly people were telling me, but when they are, these Southern flavored Grizzlies, they got like a sweet tea flavor to them. They're like magical.
So
And
are they actually
yeah,
tobacco or are they just nicotine?
they're nicotine. They're
Okay.
same as Zones in all that nicotine pouches. So yeah, those are good. The main thing I wanted to refer to, I guess this is negative, was, and obviously like with the president being there and everything, we got to keep the president safe. Absolutely. Like I don't think anybody's gonna be like that was dumb. But man, like I waited in line for 3 hours to get in there. So like, and they said get in line early. I got in line at 11 o'clock, which was 3 hours before green flag, and like I got in at one. Like I got in right when they were doing the command. So I think it was like 1:45 at that point when I
Well,
got
they
in.
did
So
move green flag up an hour.
yeah, yeah. So
So
I got in line at 11, and like I thought that was early enough, and the line was already pretty long at that point. But man, it was fucking crazy trying. So like the way they had it set up there is they had like TSA, like airport agents in line and Secret Service. So you went through and when you go through airport TSA, they just got like the X-ray machine that looks in your bag. Well, they didn't have an X-ray machine here. So like why it was taking so long is they're taking every single thing out of every person's bag. So like if you have a cooler with 25 beers in it, they're taking all 25 beers out of the cooler to like look through to make sure there's nothing in there. So like I had a backpack, a cooler, and all that stuff. So like I'd take all the stuff out of my pocket, go through the metal detector, and then they had a Secret Service agent like pat you down after you did that. So all in all, that was like a 3 hour wait. But yeah, I'm not mad at NASCAR, Daytona, or any of that. I'm not like this is like it's not their fault, and like we got to keep the president safe. So like I understand it. I'm just like it sucked like being there and being a part of that. And maybe in the future, I don't know how you mitigate that if the president comes to a race again. Maybe like put the wait times like they do at the airport up so people know like when they see the wait times start creeping up to get in line. That was one suggestion I had just to make it better.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
but
well, this is obviously. I feel like because you weren't there in 2020, were you, Travis?
no, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
so I was there in 2020, and I mean, I wasn't obviously this bad, but it was definitely heightened security in 2020. But I think obviously after they have had two assassination attempts on President
Yeah,
Trump, so you knew security was gonna be crazy, um, and it's no surprise there. I mean, the only thing I would say is people can learn from this is that like you'll know for next time that it's gonna be 3+ hours. You know, you're gonna have to allocate that. That's the only thing. I mean, you could do the wait times or whatever, but I think, like I said, what more can you do when you're getting in line at 11 a.m. for
yeah,
a race that doesn't even start till 2 o'clock?
yeah. Like I thought,
So
I thought 3 hours was like enough time. I was like, okay, I'm good. Like I'm early enough, and like that line
yeah, and
was
I
just
mean, shit. Even if it's
stagnant.
2 hours, you're like, damn, this took a long time, but we still have an hour before the race.
Yeah,
So
but I
it
mean,
is crazy.
it was cool though. Like once I got in, Daytona's the best. It's the freaking Daytona 500. It's awesome. Like I always say, like if you're a race fan, even if you're not a race fan, like if you've never been, there's nothing like the Daytona 500. There really isn't. Like I know you've been, Derek, and you're gonna go eventually, Bailey. But like it's there's nothing like it in our sport. It's the best. It's unmatched. Like you can just feel the pageantry when you're in there, and like the pace laps with Trump riding around in the Beast with the cars. I mean, that was just I felt like I was like it was just insane. Like they had the Thunderbirds like doing like the flyover and stuff. And the Thunderbirds were just like making laps around the track, like as the Beast was pulling off pit road. Like it was just like the most American thing ever because you got the Thunderbirds doing like stunts and stuff, and the Beast pulling off pit road, and all like the Cup cars firing up. Like it was freaking sick. Like that was awesome. And then yeah,
Yeah,
as
they
the
did the same
like,
thing in 2020, which was really cool. I thought experience just to see something like that. I was
but
hoping
yeah,
they'd get the beast up on the pavement.
Too
but
scared.
yeah, yeah, I'm about to get off, but yeah, no, it was awesome. I loved it in person. Like waiting out the rain delay sucked, but I mean, it was. I just hung out, took a nap on the concourse by a staircase, so like it was cool, chilled out, and like rain moved out, and it was good. And yeah, the race was freaking. I loved it. It seemed like I said there's been a lot of negativity, but that's to be expected. I thought it was an awesome race. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm happy Byron won. I'm not a Byron fan, but I'm just happy Denny didn't win because I was half a lap away, just like staring my worst nightmare in the face. Like I just came all the way down here to watch fucking
You would have
Denny
had an
win.
epic crash out moment.
Bro, I would have just left. I mean, Bailey was at the Bristol race a couple years ago, where like as soon as Denny won and crossed the start finish line, I just packed my shit up
You
and
mean
got
when
out of
Denny
there. I didn't even,
fucking whooped ass?
yeah, like I literally just, I didn't even stay for like cool down lap. I was already out under the grandstands.
Hmm.
Like that's probably what I would have done here. I'm happy that that didn't have to come in, but yeah, congrats to Byron. It was awesome. And then yeah, before I hop off, Atlanta this weekend, me and Bailey and Cooper will be there. Kyle Busch, Cup, mark it down. We're getting revenge for last year. Kyle
Xfinity?
Busch, Kyle Busch
You
truck.
want to give your 3 picks while you're
Yeah,
here?
Kyle Busch
I'll write
truck.
them down.
Yeah, Kyle Busch truck. Xfinity. I don't want to go all favorites. I know Austin Hill will be the favorite, so I'll go a little more dark horse for Xfinity. Um, give me give me Creed for Xfinity. He'll finally pull through.
About $1 every time I
Alright.
heard that in my fucking life, man. I swear to God, I'd be the richest man ever.
And you're
Yeah,
going KB Cup.
KB Cup.
Is there Xfinity? Is KB running Xfinity this weekend?
No.
He is not.
I was gonna say, damn, that'd be sick if he could
But yeah,
Pete here.
yeah,
A little.
those will be my three. And
All
yeah,
right,
I'm trying to
well,
think if I
we'll
got
run it
anything
back.
else.
I'll look at odds for you a little bit later, and we'll at least get those put on the card for you.
But yeah, no,
Thanks for dropping my
Daytona
part,
was
John.
awesome. Daytona was awesome. I loved it. Yeah, Daytona 500 still the Daytona 500, and like as for changing the package and all that, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't think, but yeah, I don't know. That'll be the prevailing discussion for a while. But I mean, as somebody who was there and paid to fucking be there, I liked it. And shout out to Junior and Justin Allgaier and Stapleton. That was obviously fucking awesome to see them out there, and they got a top 10. So, but yeah, I'll hop off here. That'll do it for my cameo. I'll get here and do some work. But I just wanted to hop in and talk about the Cup race real quick.
Thank you,
All right,
part-time.
See you, boys.
Good to see you.
Bless.
Catch you later.
Derek also just found out JGR will appeal the penalty to 19 team. JGR, the issue in question was caused by the assembly process when the bolts used to attach a spoiler base to the deck lid caused the pre-drilled holes to wear due to the supplied part interferences. Bob Pockers tweeted that out.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, low key, but
I don't know. We'll see.
shit.
Well,
Raptor rain delay. We
What?
kind of finish up Cup here a little bit. Just kind of we didn't really go into.
Say. What was your thoughts on the Cup race? What would you say?
Yeah.
Rain delay.
I mean, I was enjoying it. Have my spotter radio on as I do every weekend. I mean, I always have it on. I get my points and all that. If you don't do that, make sure anyone that's watching, just make sure you get the NASCAR app, make it a count. You get points. If you go to a race, if you watch a race, you check in. As long as you check in, you get points. You can earn free shit. You can buy tumblers, koozies, backpacks, like signature,
Duffel
like
bags,
sign hats, sign shirts, all this shit. I always recommend doing it. Last year, I got like 8,000. And I had enough to get a cup, and I got a backpack and something else. I don't have any of it now, but you can get it all. All you gotta do is pay for shipping. It's the best thing ever. Just check in. I mean, you can pay for the NASCAR app if you want to listen to spotter radio. It's like
spotter
$4 a
radio
month.
is awesome. I think it's
Yeah,
like
and you get the onboard.
$30 for the year. Not anymore. No more onboards.
Oh yeah, it's on Hulu or
Those
HBO.
are on Max now. Yeah.
But still, well, you get the spotter radio, and then you can also go on Max
a year. The $30 for the year is worth it for the spotter audio. You can listen to the teams talk every race.
Kind of annoying on super speedways. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot on super speedways because it's just constant chatter.
Left, right, clear.
But I mean, if you're inside baseball, guys like us, and really in tune to it, and have a favorite driver, it's certainly it's definitely a good time.
But I had the radio on. Got to listen to Josh throughout. Rain delay comes. I'm like, well, fuck. So I just kind of sit around for a little bit, wait for it to start back. Get going again, of course. Race looks good. Zane Smith just fucking tire goes flat like it did on Thursday again. Dude can't catch a break past 2 races. Just got fucked by something that's not even in his control. Causes a 4-car little wreck. I know there's him, Josh, 2 other people were put in it. I was pretty upset because we were pretty much done for that race. Our water pressure was temperature was way out the roof apparently, so we had to wait for DVP to clear us. DVP cleared us, and then we never returned back. So I guess the car was way more fucked than we expected. Had a pretty bad lick on the wall. So I started listening to 4 radio for a little bit. 4 was running up there for a while. Noah looked good. I was a little excited for that. Kind of faded away after a while. But everything looked good besides that. I didn't mind the race. It was really enjoyable. I enjoyed seeing the runs. We didn't go single file. Kind of stayed side by side the whole time. Saw a couple times we went 3 wide. All the way up until I'd say the C Bell accident.
And then
I would say C Bell is kind of when he got a little bump from who? Byron?
I can't remember.
I wouldn't say a little bump. It was a big bump.
It was either Byron or Custer. Red car.
Yeah, he got a big bump. Put his ass in the wall. Sitting flying for second time in 2 years. Wasn't as bad this time, but it's just one of those things of, like Pre said in the post race. I can keep doing this, but what if next time I'm not here?
Yep.
He's like, how many more times can my body take this? How many more times will I survive this? He's like, when are we going to do something about it? Which I get where he's coming from, but what can you do? I get the cars are really, back heavy, not a lot in the front. So I get why the front end lifted like that. There we go. It's Custer pushing Bell. But and you get free tickets. But I mean, it's one of those things where those cars are so back heavy in front that, there's nothing you can really do to even that weight out because that weight distribution as it is, they can change it, but fuck's gonna happen? You're gonna have another Corey LaJoy at Talladega where
Yeah.
he goes, or I think it was Talladega, wherever the fuck it was, when he started flipping 18 fucking times too. It's hard to say what to do, but I mean, we had that happen. Thank God he got out of it, not injured this time with no black eyes and no bloodshot eyes as well.
I'm sure his back was feeling it.
Oh God, yeah, man, that was a
I
lick.
mean,
He took.
after it flipped, I mean, he slammed the wall a ton.
Even Bell, I mean, hell, he took a big lick.
Yeah.
I mean, he took a really big lick, and
Yeah, that was definitely overshadowed. I mean,
Mhm.
Bell got turned onto the outside wall. Big hit.
and then the whole thing with Stenhouse and Logano taking out Blaney. Thank God. I wish nothing but the worst upon Blaney. Can't say that. I don't like Blaney. I'll say that. Don't know who's to blame on that. I really don't. I want to blame Ricky. I want to blame
Can you blame
Joey.
both?
I can blame both because
I
Joey
mean,
let out.
it happened fucking. It happened 5 laps beforehand. They were just racing like idiots.
I mean,
With what?
Joey
Travis
let out
had
of the
like
gas.
15 to go.
It was 25 to go.
20, even worse.
Joey let out of the gas. He gave him room, but then for some reason went back to the gas, gave him no room.
Yeah.
But also Stenhouse was trying to he was trying to wreck Corey the whole time. You can just tell, like even the comments, like Mike Joy said, they are not working together at all. They're out for their own interest. They didn't give a shit. I
Yep.
mean, you can tell they were just beating the fuck out of each other because they made that third line and Corey was fucking moving, and I was happy. I had money on Corey. You know, I had nothing but high hopes for Corey this weekend. He was even one of my underdog picks last week. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
But I wanted Corey to win, and I was happy. But then as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, we have no one to push Corey up front now, which was true because after that happened, another wreck happened, took Corey out, all that
Yep.
kind of. Well, it was the last wreck that took Corey out because Corey's in the third line.
Yeah,
But
ended up finishing 22nd.
besides that, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed stage 3. I think stage 3 was the highlight of the race. I think stage 1, stage 2 was just warming everyone up to what was going to come. Just kind of like we do in iRacing, riding the back, kind of stay away from it, and then until it comes, try and avoid it. Stay out of the stupid shit. But that's pretty much what it was. Just try and hit your marks, stay out of the shit, follow the draft a little bit.
Yep.
And stage 3 was just utter hell. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good race. I mean, I was distraught that fucking Byron won. I'm not going to lie. I did not want to see that because I hate, like I even said it earlier, I just hate those little fairy tale, I got the win. I don't deserve it, though. And for 2 years in a row to Byron, out of all people. Just sucks for me, but it's just
It is what it is.
that's just plate racing. That's just plate
That's
racing.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say.
What about you?
No, I mean, I'm with you. I thought it was a good race. I felt like it was a lot of good, hard racing. Even with the fuel saving, it was still good racing. People were jockeying for position because it's hard to pass. You got to get your track position when you can, and then it's a game of holding it and saving enough fuel to where you're still in position after that final pit stop.
Mhm.
And then playing the Rex games. I mean, obviously, it's Daytona 500 will always be the Daytona 500. That's not going to change. It's still a prestigious race. And yeah, I mean, William Byron obviously going back to back is very huge for his career. Daytona slowly becoming one of his better tracks. I believe this is where he got his first win. And then now with the back to back, I believe his first win here with Chad Canels back in 2019, 2018.
And that's the whole thing. He's playing it right. He's staying out of the shit. He's hitting his marks, and he's there when it matters. That's why I can't hate it. It makes me mad, but I can't hate it because he's racing
pretty good at
Daytona
it.
how you should race it.
Yep,
You
he's
know,
pretty good at it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to hate it.
I mean, like you said, you mentioned it. Fords, they looked good. They looked strong. Obviously, Penske, they're probably the best at it. They worked so well together. If I look
Until
back
the end.
here,
'Cause apparently Joey and Blaney were having a little bit of.
Cindric led almost 59 laps, almost 60 laps, and then Joey led. I think Joey was probably the best car. He led 43 laps. So
Till his whatever the fuck happened, that electronic issue that he had.
yeah,
Kept having a bid for that. But I mean,
and then
apparently, Joey and Blaney having a little beef. after the race. I don't
Oh,
know what
really?
exactly. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't see much on it, but I've been seeing some shit where they're not happy with each other after Joey kind of got into Stenhouse and then took Blaney out of the race. I don't think Blaney's too happy about that, but
I didn't see
I
that
haven't
one.
seen much on it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's true or not, but give me some Penske beef. Kick fucking Cindric out of that too. Put
Yeah,
Josh Berry
absolutely.
in it.
Definitely here for the beef.
But I'm cool with it. I don't mind Penske. I like Team Penske as a team. It's kind of hard to hate the success they have. I mean, even ISM or IMSA. I mean, even all that IndyCar. It's kind of like Trackhouse. It's kind of hard to hate a program like that with having the immense amount of success and just broadening your horizons to more than one sport. You know, you're kind of getting your feet in all parts of the sand. Um, I respect that and I like that. I like the fact that we're seeing these teams dive into more things. That way you can kind of experience new factors of racing, bring more money in, have a more diverse driver lineup like Trackhouse does. I mean, they got all leagues of the world in their team. That's what I like about them. I'm glad Pitbull's out. I'll say that.
I mean, heck, they wrecked. Travis, I think, said 7 cars over the week, so it might be a good thing he got out.
Vale.
Saving his dollars.
Oh yeah, here we go. I feel bad for Helio, man. Just trying to learn. You know, I feel bad for him. He got taken out early. He got
Guy
he got
crashed in every damn race.
he got taken out in the Zane Smith one.
Every race. Arca,
Yeah, because it was the Zane Smith
Duels.
it was the Zane Smith wreck that he got taken out in the Cup. I think he was one of the other cars because he spun out pretty bad. Because that was the only other caution that made cars spin.
It wasn't good.
But I feel bad for him, man. I'm hoping he comes back to make another run. I love the 91 car. I love Project 91. It's awesome to me. I mean, hell, I even have Kimi Räikkönen right here at the diecast because I absolutely love when he ran Coda because Kimi was my man when I started getting F1. Uh, I love what they do. I love bringing in other drivers from different sports or other series, should I say. I hope they keep doing it because I know we didn't see much of Project 91 after SVG because kind of they took a little bit of a hiatus and put him in the Spire car, but I'm glad they're back, and I hope they keep doing it. It kind of sucks 2311 won't be doing it probably anymore since now they have 3 cars. Because I want my Kamui Kobayashi diecast because he was my other man in F1. He ran in Indy, and he ran the Glen. He ran 2 races because he ran the Glen last year, and then he ran Indy road course that me and Travis went to. Uh, I love shit like that, man. I love seeing drivers. I mean, they want to get like what Lewis Hamilton in a car, but that'll never happen. Daniel Ricciardo, they want to get him in a
I
car.
want Danny Rick to run one.
Hey,
That
bro.
would
I
be
mean,
awesome.
if this tells you anything, I got the Danny Rick tattoo on my leg and everything, man. I'm a big
Let
fan.
me see. Show it again. Sorry.
Oh shit, it's his 3, and it says all
Oh yeah.
good always.
Nice. I love
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I love Danny Rick, man. So it's shit like that that just makes me enjoy the sport so much more. Is having these drivers like Zilich coming in for Coda.
Yep.
A dude who's never ran a Cup car. I mean, he has 3 Xfinity starts and 1 win, where he fucking dominated almost. He just ran super well the whole race. Uh, Shit like that makes me excited for certain races like this to see how they're gonna do. Kind of show support to them because they'll need it. Is the biggest thing. Like these drivers have never ran a Cup car. All they've had is simulator practice and the hour or 2 they've had during practice 1 and 2. That's all they got.
Yep.
So that was a big tangent. Shit makes me excited, man. I just.
All good, my guy. All right. Anything else from Daytona?
Nah, man. Excited for Atlanta. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna have boots on the ground. Me, Cooper, Travis, like you said.
Oh, you'll be
Um,
there.
yeah, we're all going there. We're all gonna
Good
be there for
shit.
we're gonna be there for the doubleheader Saturday. Got
Good
truck
shit.
and Xfinity, and then we're gonna be there Sunday. So,
So, we'll have something to talk about next week.
oh yeah, plenty of videos too. I always
Absolutely.
got my phone out all the time. So,
Good shit. We're gonna have good content on the socials this weekend then. So
Mhm.
make sure y'all tune into that. Let's get some picks in before we go. And
yeah,
Travis obviously already will lead us off with trucks here. Travis already picked. He picked the favorite, I assume. I don't have any odds pulled up right now.
I can try and
But
see if there's any on DraftKings or anything.
that's why I was just on DraftKings. But Travis took Kyle Busch, winner of last year's race.
Yep.
So, who are you going to take?
I'm gonna say fuck it. Had a really bad season last season. Woke up in the playoffs out of fucking nowhere. 2 wins back to back. Give me Lane Riggs.
The Riggs boy.
I don't know what his
Okay.
odds are. I'm trying to look too, but I don't know if they have
I'm
any.
not
They have
sure.
they have the Cup Series up, but
Yeah, all I see is Cup and Xfinity. Give me 1 second here. All right, my pick. I'm going to go with. I believe he's running. He should be running. Ty Majeski.
Mhm.
All right. That's who I'm going with.
for Xfinity, do we get 1 pick or do we get 2?
Yeah, we get 1 pick.
Okay.
I'll lead us off.
Yeah.
Give me the Love Machine. Going back to back with the
Back
Love
to
Machine.
back.
He was a winner last week. I didn't ride the
Plus
card.
600.
That's plus 600. Yep.
I got give me Eric. Give me the Young Life car at plus 650.
All right, double A plus 650. And Travis was rolling with Sheldon Creed at plus 1100. So a little bit of a long shot. And then Travis leading us off again with the Cup pick. He was going with Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch doubleheader sweep. That is also plus 1100 for
Travis
Kyle
said he
Busch.
wants Austin Hill.
He wants
got
Austin Hill.
Austin Hill at plus 300.
Okay, plus 300. Well, he picked Creed, so that's what we're going with.
Get fucked. Cup. We get underdog and main pick, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a top 10, and I got the line for that. I can. Do you have like?
Yeah, I have
DraftKings?
top 10. Yeah. Top 10.
Okay, yeah. So we'll set the line for top 10 at like
Do
anything below Barry plus 200.
Okay.
All right. So
Uh,
Travis leading us off. Kyle Busch for the win.
Travis,
Plus 11.
who you want for your main or who your underdog? I'll let Travis pick his underdog and then we'll go from there.
All right. We usually do underdogs last. We'll do
Oh,
Cup
okay.
pick and then like
Well,
top 10. So he'll
main.
give him a second.
Give me Brad at plus 1500.
BK.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of his better tracks. Plus 1500.
Mhm.
All right. Shit. I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough. These odds are good too.
Give me Chase Elliott. Plus 1200.
It's not bad.
Hometown hero.
I know who my top 10 is
Former
going to be.
winner here. All right, I'm going to lead us off with T10 pick. Long shot top 10. Let's see here. Give me Carson Hocevar plus.
You motherfucker! Oh my! How the fuck do you do that? Jesus! Shit!
So this is what you gotta look for the good odds, bud.
I did. That was the one.
I know.
Fuck.
There's one more I see that I like. It's not great odds, but I'm still will probably play it at this.
Yeah, I know exactly who. It's the person right above him, probably.
No, it's a few lines above him. But he's a really good super speedway racer.
I'll take AJ at plus 250.
Okay. I mean, now you were heading in the same direction I was going with. I was gonna
Justin
say
Haley, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis said he wants JHN at plus 400. It was either gonna be AJ or it's gonna be Eric Jones. So it was my 2.
So he's going with John Hunter Nemechek. Hit
Plus
for
400.
my John Hunter Nemechek. No, is that what he's going? I think he's saying
That's his top 10.
John Hunter. No, he's saying his top 10 is, yeah. He's saying it hit for Daytona,
Oh,
but his pick
oh.
is Noah plus 275.
That's not bad. I don't know. I don't want to go all in on front row yet. I want to see them show some speed at least because I feel like they just continuously get fucked.
I mean, this is fucking Gilly's best track this year. What's
That is,
Gilly's
'cause
top 10 odds?
Front row, absolutely.
Oh, they're
close
fucking
the
on
Bernie.
it. Gilly 175. Yeah, they're on it.
Yeah, see,
But,
I mean, because
but
last year front row
they're
dominated.
sleeping on Noah. They're sleeping on Noah. See, Travis is on it with that. That's really good eye by Travis with that.
I mean, because you got to think what they started. Front row started literally front row at Atlanta. They started 1 and
Yeah.
2, and Gillen led most of that race, and so did McDowell. And then kind of stage 3 is where it all dissipated.
Yeah. So honestly, for that fact, fucking play Zane Smith too. If you're fucking ride front row, top 10s,
Well, I thought about it, but
triple top 10s.
I've
Lay
only
the
seen
hammer.
Zane
Can
produce
you-
three good races.
Can we triple them or 2? What if I do a Todd Gilly Noah top 10 plus 930? That's a fun play. That's a fun Sunday.
Fuck it, give me Eric Jones then plus 200. If you don't take that one, I'll take Eric Jones plus 200.
No, I'm not taking. I was just saying if you parlay them together,
Oh god, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
it'd be fun.
I don't know if I would bank on both though.
Nah, both would be hard.
I don't know if I'd bank on both front row cars
Be
making it in.
fun play though.
Oh god, yeah, because if it does hit.
If you're a front row guy.
Yeah. But ready for Atlanta this
y'all,
weekend.
Y'all are gonna have fun. Can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
hear the stories. Can't wait to hear everything. Can't wait to see the content.
I'll be posting Blink, don't worry.
I'll
Travis
be
will too.
watching. I'll be tuned in. So
Watch from TV.
that's right.
Shame.
Be living vicariously through the socials.
Yeah. Living through Twitter.
That's right.
Well, hell
All right,
yeah.
bro. Good show this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll catch you next week. Enjoy
Yes.
Atlanta.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
See ya.